Hey everybody, I am back at the boat. It is November 2022. Now I'm out of the boat yard. I'm preparing the last few things to get it ready so I can bring the boat up the river about 100 miles, which will make it more accessible to me during the winter months. Okay, first things first, when I got the boat, this pin for the tiller pilot was pretty loose. I used some wood filler to try to take care of that issue and take up the slack, and for the most part it's worked, but it's still a little bit of a slack in there. I don't know if you can see that. So I want to try to compensate for that, and one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill this back out and then fill it with thickened epoxy. And then the other thing here is this. I sort of fixed this temporarily on my trip down from Anacortes here to Astoria, but what I'm finding now is that the gel coat, I don't know if I can get that out right now, the gel coat around this thimble in which the tiller steering plugs into, that's all chipping away. I've got a piece of stainless steel, and so I'm going to go ahead and put a plate on there like that. Well, I got that thimble out of there, and you can see the gel coat is just being chipped away and whatnot. So. I just discovered another issue with this composting head that I made. Well, it's the next day. I've been out, had breakfast, ran some errands, bought some more engine oil and some non-perishable food I can have on the boat. So when I move it in a couple of weeks, I'll have at least some things here. But next thing I'm going to do here is turn toward the engine, and I just want to replace the belt. There's a lot of belt dust on the alternator here, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace that out. I bought a couple of them. Like I said, I always like to buy spares. I intended to buy a replacement hose here. We've got this going on here. I'll probably open that up and have a look at that also, because we got this corrosion happening up at the top here. I don't know what that's about. The hoses, however, I wasn't able to get the hoses. They seem okay. They don't seem clogged or anything like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this off and get that replaced. I think this is interesting, just as a point of comparison. This is the old belt still, and you see if I kind of push it down how it hides within that the pulley on the front of the engine here. So now if I take this off, and this is the replacement here, I'll stick this on, and you see how that actually is. Let's see if I can do this. It's riding up over the top here. I think that's really a good thing, because now it really does show how much the other one either has worn out or was just not the right size to begin with. For this Yanmar 1GM, it looks like the belt needs to be deflected about just shy of ½ an inch at 22 pounds. Now that it's tightened, it's pretty good, I'd say. It's pretty darn close. Alright, I chickened out regarding that hose right down there. You know, it's been in there for a lot of years, and I don't want to mess it up. I've got to move this boat, and I cannot get a replacement hose, although it is just a straight shot. Anyways, when I get this boat up to, upstream, I plan on hauling the engine out I'll bring it to where I live and replace the piston rings, take care of the valves and spruce things up. I'll replace some of these oil piping pieces down here. I don't know if you can see that, right there. Replace that. There's a few of them, the hoses and such, and just get the engine spruced up a little bit. So we leave the hose on and everything's buttoned up and tight. And so let's see if we can go get some fuel. I messed up. This center one right here really doesn't line up the way I want it to, so I went to the drawing board and did it a different way. No big deal. I'm going to put some butyl tape underneath this and fasten it down, and I should be done. Well, I thought I was taking every precaution to make sure that these 3 holes lined up, but they don't. I don't know if you can see, but right in there, I'm just off just a little bit. Oh, it finally goes in. I don't know how I got it so wrong, but whatever. I had to over-round this hole over here, and I'm sure it'll be fine. But put the tiniest, just a little bit of bleach in there to keep things clean. Hey, good morning. It's Sunday, November, whatever it is, 13th, I think. And I'm just finalizing a few more things here before I take off to go back home. And I'll be back in 2 weeks to go ahead and jump in the boat and take it upstream toward the greater Portland, Oregon area. Well, I made this box, and I did it so I could slide it back in the quarter berth area for storage, and it's kind of a catch-all. I had a lid for it, but I am switching it out for a lighter plastic bin here. And you see all the crap I've got in it. Just like I said, a catch-all for stuff, and I can slide that back. I don't know if you can see back there, but I can slide that back pretty far into the quarter berth there, and then it allows me for some more storage right up front. I'll organize this place just a little bit more, another half hour or something like that, and then I'm gonna get on the road. By the way, about a year ago or something, I bought this under mattress stuff because after sleeping here in the coolness of the Northwest, I'd have to always raise up the mattress or the settee cushion to let it air out. It was always damp underneath because it hits here and the moisture collects. I bought this for a crazy amount of money. I think this little piece right here was like 75 bucks. It totally works, and I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but I just want to pass that along because I hesitated to buy it, but now that I have it, I absolutely freaking love it. It works so well.